I normally do these Android beta videos on my Pixel 4 XL, seeing how it runs on the older hardware, but this one for Android 13 Beta 2, I did on my Pixel 6, which I wasn't sure I was going to upgrade or at least try the beta on my Pixel 6 because I still wanted to get the Android 12 updates. I still can. I can always go back and reset it and all the rest of it. You could do factory reset, go back to Android 12. But I wanted to see the updates as Android 12 as they came in, see the performance differences. But I got all excited for Android 13 Beta 2 because there was a bunch of stuff on Twitter when it first came out about some guy on Reddit. I don't know why all the Android sites, and there seems to be a million Android news sites, and they all came out with the same thing. That some guy on Reddit said that the fingerprint sensor was somehow fixed, that Android 13 Beta 2 fixed the fingerprint sensor. And I got all excited. I opted in immediately. I downloaded it, set to go, tried it out. I sat there. I was going to do a video that day if it were actually the case. And at first, it kind of tricked me. It was working really well. Like every single time, it activated, and it activated quickly. So I got super excited. I sat down, did the video, and then I started doing it for the video and not quite the same success. So I will say this. When it works a lot more quickly than it did before. So when it activates and it actually catches it the right way, it's a fast open of the phone. There's less delay, I guess you could say. But when you go ahead and you use it, like you could do this 10 times in a row, and it'll be super speedy and super fast and work well. But then there'll be that sequence of times where it just doesn't work no matter what you do. You could do a long press, you could do a short press, it just isn't opening. That is still there. So you could sit there and you could do this all day if you want. It'll go ahead. But I promise you, when you sit down, you put it like this, you use it, you walk away from it for a few minutes, you will notice still those moments when you pick it up, you go to activate, and it doesn't work. So improvements, though, definitely with Android 13 Beta 2. Definite improvements. When it does work, it works well, and it's a heck of a lot faster than it was on Android 12 so far. Okay, let's talk about the other thing, the battery widget. I know a lot of people liked the change with the battery widget, how they made it so things that you don't have hooked up don't show up and take up space, which makes sense because, if you have earbuds or AirPods or whatever you got going, your Galaxy Buds connected to this, you don't need to see other stuff if they're not actually hooked up. If they're not hooked up through Bluetooth, you don't need to see them on here. Of course, that gets you a situation like this where if you only have the one thing, you probably don't need the back. But you can resize it, right? You can make this the entire page if you want to. Just nice, big, your pixel stuff. But it is neat to have the battery widget because you click on it and you can go right into battery usage, see if you got a drain, see how you're doing, screen on time, and all the rest of it, which is quite cool. So I do like the change that they made there. A bit more customization, made it a little bit cleaner, took information that you don't need off of the battery widget, which is nice. I will say this, and there's the other things, of course, if you didn't see the Android, since we didn't do it on the Pixel 6, all the stuff that was there for the Pixel 4 XL, the Material U kind of changes and polishings are here available on the Pixel 6. You go to Wallpaper and Styling. You get to choose from the additional palettes there. You could see different colors trying to integrate your background and whatever theme that you want more throughout the OS, which is quite nice. And all the rest of the stuff that you'd expect from Beta 1 is here and working well on Beta 2 on the Pixel 6. Here's the big thing that that I've taken away so far using the Android 13 Beta 2 on the Pixel 6. Performance and battery life. Battery life is maintained relatively the same from Android 12, which is a good thing. Every time I see these, I either want better battery life or I want at least to maintain. If it maintains, they got time to improve when it comes to the final release of Android 13. If it improves, well, they got time to do even better. So either one of those in a beta is fine for me. When I start to sweat in a beta is when battery life gets worse, and that's certainly not the case here. My screen on time has maintained at 6 hours, which I understand. Listen, a lot of people, I know people, I get a million comments always, all the time. I get 15 and a half hours of screen on time with my Pixel. Good for you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't run my brightness at 10%. All right? I don't sit there playing Wordle and run it at 10% with a magnifying glass or something like that to somehow get you to read the screen. Under regular usage, I get 6 hours, which Android at near flagship performance is pretty good in 2022. I'm not crying about that. especially compared to the competition at the flagship level on the Android side. Everybody's sweating when it comes to the Snapdragon Gen 8 Mark 1. The Plus is supposed to be better. We'll see later in the year. But 6 hours, I'm happy with that on my Pixel 6. The Pixel 6 Pro, if you're getting more than that, you should be getting more than that. And that's fine as well. But I'm happy with the performance, and it stayed the same. The good thing, though, I will say about Android 13 so far, this feels like a finished product. This, to me, is running better than Android 12 is right now, the full release version of Android 12 on the Pixel 6. Android 13 is running better. It feels snappier. It feels like they've got the tensor locked in a little bit more. Performance feels better. There's not the glitches and the flickers and the flashes and all the stuff that made this feel like a beta product when you got it on Android 12. Android 12 just wasn't ready. Just wasn't ready. They had all kinds of hiccups and flashes and weird things that would happen with Android 12 that on Android 13 just aren't there. It feels like a unified experience. It feels like a finished product, which is all you could ask for, especially in a beta. And they could just make it better and better and better. But it's finally letting the Pixel 6 grow into that potential that it had on launch, that we all knew it had. We all knew it. We could see the hardware. We could see the software. This is the experience that we were excited about in the first place on the Pixel 6. I think at least with Android 13, you got a shot of actually getting that. No face unlock yet, unless I'm completely missing it, but no face unlock yet, but it is there. The toggle's still there that you can't activate and all the rest of it. So we hope in future betas, they got to unlock it at some point. So whether it's beta 3, beta 4, whatever it happens to be, we'll see if we get that, and we'll certainly test it out since we're going to keep running the beta on my Pixel 6. Pixel 4 XL running well. You know, it had its issues with a couple different things with the face unlock again. So we'll see how they do. And don't forget, that's the Soli and the radar and stuff like that involved with that as well, which makes that more of a challenge than it does just on the Pixel 6. The Pixel 6 should be just flat-out camera, flat-out picture face unlock. So I can't imagine with the technology that's been out for 6 years now, face unlock, which is the pixel with a picture on the front camera, selfie cam, being an issue. Hopefully they can implement that smoothly. But I'll tell you what, I've never been in a position where I recommended a beta for a device over an actual full release of an operating system. But when it comes to Android 12 on your Pixel 6, the Android 13 Beta 2 update feels like a more unified and finished experience than does Android 12, at least when it comes to your Pixel 6. Improved fingerprint sensor performance, the extra flexibility on the widgets. You get some of the extra security, like the granular security stuff on Android 13, where you could set individual batches of permissions. So apps, like we said, it's same with the 4XL. Apps that require photo don't necessarily get access to your microphone or to your video or to media. They don't get access to all of your media. Just because they need photos doesn't mean they get the whole smack by giving them permission. So that's good to kind of get to that level with the permissions and the security. Overall, heading in the right direction. I got to say, nice, solid product, and really getting you to the point where you can enjoy your Pixel 6 to its full potential. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.